numbers, strings of text. Strings of text, you cannot aggregate them, you cannot sum them, you cannot multiply them and thereabout. So this string of text is composed of alphabets, it's composed of words, it's also composed of numbers. Where you see numbers, for example, you have let's say you have a customer. Your customer's phone number is a number, but you cannot say you want to add your customer's phone number together. So you cannot classify it as a number, you classify it as a text. You understand? So those are the type of data. Then what is information? Information is data that has been processed and given context, making it meaningful. So you can simply put it as information is data that has already been processed, while data is your raw object. You understand? It's something that is raw, that has not yet been worked on, that has not been analyzed. So information is analyzed data. You understand? So to the next slide, this is the types and organization of data. So for types of data, we have qualitative data and quantitative data. Quantitative data are numerical data. These are data that you can count. You understand? You can calculate, you can count, you can compute. They include sales numbers, temperature, and thereabout. Then qualitative data, they are uncountable data. They are descriptive in nature. So you can say the color of the color of, let's say you are a tailor, the color of the dress you are making is a qualitative data. Customer feedback, things that you cannot calculate, they are qualitative data. Then for the organization of data, we have structured data and we have unstructured data. So structured data are data that are organized in a predefined format, typically in tables and rows. So when you have data that you already defined them, you have them in columns. Like you can see this table I have here now. This table here, with here being types, here organization. So that's the column. Then we have the data, the values here. This is structured data. So you can call everything everything that is written inside, you can call everything a text of string because it's not numbers, you understand? So this is a structured data because it has what? It has columns. That is this vertical side, columns, and it has rows. You understand? So this is structured data. Then unstructured data are data that do not have predefined format. They don't have columns, they don't have rows. Data like images, those ones are unstructured data. So the importance of data helps in identifying trends and patterns. So for example, you own a business, and let's say from the goods you sell, you notice that there's a particular commodity that usually gets high sales. People are always buying that commodity. So from there, and you have it recorded, you'll be able to store the data, you'll be able to record based on your register. That is your own record. You've seen that there's this particular commodity, this particular item. People are always buying. And you can also see there that maybe it's during Christmas, during the Christmas period, festive seasons, people are always buying this commodity. So because you have recorded it there, so you have the data down. It's not like you're not storing or you're not recording. Because you have it recorded, you can now know that this is a trend, this is a pattern. So during this period, this particular item sells a lot. So with that data, with that information, you cannot make an informed decision. So data is essential for making informed decisions. So because of that thing, that situation you have identified, that during this festive period, this particular commodity sells. So when you want to restock, and it's already that period, you will now know how best to channel your resources, how best to channel your funds. So instead of going to buy those other commodities that don't sell that much, you will now buy a variety of the particular one, it could be a particular type of dress. It could be a type of shirt. Could be maybe a jersey or something like that. So you cannot channel your resource that instead of going to buy other commodities like shoes or something else, you will not channel that resource to that particular item that is being bought. And your ability to do that is because you have data. So data has helped you to identify this pattern, and it's helping you also to make an informed decision. So data also enables measurement of performance and outcomes. So after selling that, you notice that after probably buying different varieties of that particular item, you will now notice that there's an increase in your sale. And your ability to also notice that is because the data is stored, because you've recorded it. So it allows you to measure your performance and your outcome. So now we can move to data analysis. What is data analysis? So data analysis is the process of profiling, transforming, and modeling data to discover useful information, draw conclusion, and support decision making. So you can just put data analysis is the act of processing data into information. You understand? Because information is what is processed data. Information is meaningful data. So this definition is just like a breakdown for you. So they say is the process of profiling. Profiling means observing, looking at it, understanding your data, then transforming it. That is making some changes that I feel are necessary. Cleaning it, transforming it, modeling it, that is giving it its own arrangement. Maybe in a situation whereby you have a database or so, modeling it, and then using that analyze data to discover useful information. Then from that, you cannot interpret it and you cannot draw conclusion that this is what is happening, this is what is happening. So you can make your decision based on that. So that is data analysis. Steps involved in data analysis. We have data collection, which is the gathering of your data. It could be from different sources. It could be from your own sales record, that is you as the business owner. It could also be from your customers. Maybe you want to get feedback from your customers. You want to have an idea if you are doing very well, or if they like the kind of products. Maybe you want to just transform you want to move in another direction. You want to change the products you are selling. So you want to get your customers' feedback and know if you are moving in the right direction. So that one is part of data collection. It's the gathering of data that you want to analyze. Then you have the cleaning of the data. Some data, some are cleaned, some are already cleaned, especially those that are stored in cloud services, but others are not, especially when you are dealing with data from surveys. You understand? Like I was using an example just now. You have customers, you want to get their feedback on your product that you are selling. You understand? So you could say you could see some people will write their names. They won't write their names well. Some might how will I put it now? Some might not put in the information, the data you want the way you want it to be. So it will cause some issues. Some might just leave some places blank for you. It will cause some issues when you're analyzing it. So in that case, you will need to clean the data and put it in order before you now start analyzing it. So after cleaning it, you will explore all the aspects of that data. You check the number of columns, you check the number of rows. Then you can also check to see maybe geographic distribution. You can check to see the countries where your data is coming from, where your customers are coming from, and the rest. Then after this, you model your data in a situation whereby you have different tables, different data sets. You can model it. Then you model need to create this modeling. Okay, I will leave this one. This one is another topic. I will leave this for another day. But sometimes the data can have different. You can have how will I put it for you guys? Okay, it can have different headings. So like an organization now can have customer data, they can have employee data, they can have product data. You understand? So at some point in time, you would need to connect all these data together. So like when you have the product data, you have employee and your employees sell your product. So maybe you want to give like a bonus. You want to you can also have sales data, for example. I have some hands raised and just give me a moment. So you want to connect this data. So you use a unique identifier, which is like the ID. Each item you sell, each product you sell, it's advisable you give each product an ID. So with that ID, you can now link both your customer data, your sales data, and your product data. That is modern, but that is another topic for another day. Then we have visualization, which is bringing your analysis into a picture format where you have you see charts. I think there's one here. So you have this is a pie chart, your bar chart, column chart, funnel chart, and the rest. So that is visualization. Then you can also put them in a dashboard to make it interactive and make whoever someone is saying they can't see my screen. Can you guys see my screen?
Yes, we can.
Yes, we can.
Yes, we can see it.
Okay, it's not for my end.
Definitely.
Okay, thank you. So
Yes, we can.
all right. So visualization, the part of visualization is bringing your data to life, making it look more understandable. So you don't have to just deal with tables. You don't have to deal with customers, the names, the ID, and whatever you need. You don't need to deal with tables. You see them in real life, and you can easily make decisions from them. Then interpretation. This is a process whereby you interpret the data. You explain the data that you've analyzed. You understand? So you tell them what you have seen, you tell them what you have noticed. Like I mentioned, somebody that sells a particular commodity during festive season. So you can now say from that visualization, your dashboard, you can say, okay, during this period, this commodity sells it, but this commodity does not sell so much. It might be easy to do that on a normal base if you are just if you are a retailer, if you are selling in a very small commodity. But in a situation whereby you have a very large business and you are selling your products are over 1,000, you won't be able to know that. You can know one, but you will not be able to know it, to understand it very well. You can say that this particular product, yes, it sells much this period, but the profit is providing you might not be as much as another product that is just behind it, but not selling as much as it. You understand? So all those things are what you will see when you have analyzed your data and you've visualized it. So who's a data analyst? A data analyst is a professional who collects, processes, and performs analysis on data sets to extract meaningful insights and support the decision-making process within an organization. So everything I've said here, a data analyst is somebody that does all this: collects the data, cleans the data, visualizes the data, reports the data, and ensures that it's doing it in a way that it is solving a problem. So a data analyst also collaborates. You collaborate with people from different teams within your organization. And in a situation whereby they're also the ones in charge of survey, in charge of the forms that are being given to customers. So it's a data analyst that will also communicate with the customers that are filling the forms. So sectors in which data analysts are needed. This year is just for show, but in reality, data analysts are needed in all sectors. There is no sector that you don't need a data analyst. You need data analysts in the healthcare sector to be able to understand death rates from a particular illness, to be able to know where you need to channel resources to drugs and the rest. You need a data analyst in the banking and finance sector to know your kind of customers, to know the packages they like, to know the to know your profit and the rest. Yeah, you also need them in the retail and e-commerce, like I mentioned before. You are selling your business. You need the data analyst in marketing and advertising. So when you want to market your product, and you've already done analysis and you've seen that okay, most of your customers are coming from the north, for example. Most of your customers are coming from the north. The way you will do your advert for people in the north and the way you do your advert for people in the west is different. With data analysis, you can know how best to channel your advertising. You understand? It's possible you have been advertising in the wrong language all the time and you'll be wondering, why am I not getting more customers? It's possible the only mistake you've made is your language, the way you've been passing the information to these people. So they're also needed in the educational sector, the government sector, sports, entertainment, agri, security, everywhere. Data analysts are needed in all sectors. So introduction to Excel. What is Excel? Excel is a spreadsheet application developed by Microsoft. It is widely used for data organization, calculation, and analysis. Excel allows users to create and format spreadsheets, analyze data, create visualizations, and design dashboards. So Excel is an application that is used for data analysis. That is just the best definition, and it was developed by Microsoft. That is why you call it Microsoft Excel. So understanding the Excel interface, very soon we'll be doing my Excel workbook. So there we'll understand what a workbook is, a worksheet, ribbon tab, quick access toolbar, cells, rows, columns, name box, formula bar, and status bar. By the way, for this course, if you are using Excel, somebody's mic is not muted, please. If you are using Excel 2007, it won't work. Oh. If you're using Excel 2009, it will work. Oh. So you will need an updated Excel from 2020. I think that is the best version. You need an updated version. So please get yours. Otherwise, you won't be able to follow us properly. And I will also advise that as you are in the class, whatever is being taught, try to practice it. Just be doing it. I'll be very slow to ensure that everybody's being carried along. And anytime you feel you are being left behind, just drop a message. Just drop a message. I read chat a lot. So just drop a message and I will go back. Anywhere you feel you've missed, just mention it. But I will advise you practice it as we are doing it so it can be hands-on. Okay, while I move to the Excel interface, some people's hands are being raised up. I think, let me see. Faith, who is Faith? Can you use Excel 2016? Ugh. You can use it, but there will be some limitations. There will be some limitations. I'm very sure of that. But you can use it though. I'm coming down to share my screen. You can use it, but there will be some limitations. Please, people that their hands are up. What's the issue? What's your question?
Good evening.
Good evening.
Instructor, sorry. Some of those hands have been on like since we started this class. So especially I noticed some of them. So I don't even know they know their hands are up. So please let's continue. Some of those hands. Then for the ones that they want to talk, they can talk when you say so.
Okay, no problem. So for those that have Excel, for those that have Excel already installed. So immediately you open your Excel. How do I get the Excel? You can download it on your, I don't know what Windows you are using, but you can download it there. It's on your Windows store. So immediately you open your Excel application, this is what you see. This is the first interface. It will greet you. Then it will show you home, which is the main Excel sheet. If you want to create a new workbook, you can do that here. If you want to open, let's say you already have a sheet, you've already worked on an Excel file before, you want to open it, you can also open it here. Let's get to get added. These are additions from Microsoft that you can make to your Excel information. If you want to save it, if you want to print it, you can print it here. If you want to share, then if you want to export it, maybe you don't want it to be in a sheet format, you want it to be like in a PDF, you can also do that here. Then here you have some of your past, your workbooks, maybe what you've worked on before. The recent ones, they are being displayed here for you to access. So immediately you enter your Excel application, you just click on blank workbook. That is when you just want to start working, you don't have an open file already, you click on blank workbook and it will take you to your workbook, to where you want to work on. So okay, I think I'll have to share my whole screen for this. Okay, just give me a moment. I need to share my full screen for you guys to be able to see what I want you to see. Okay, yeah. Otherwise, some pop-ups will not show. Okay. Okay. Okay, so this is my full screen now. I have to share everything. If not, you won't see some things on the screen. Okay, so first things first, this is an Excel workbook. Just like you have your notebook, this here is an Excel workbook. And in an Excel workbook, you can have a single sheet. So it's like a workbook with a notebook with one sheet of paper. You can also have several sheets depending on what you want to do. You understand? But this is a workbook, and then this is this particular one we are on now is a worksheet. You understand? I can say I want to create another worksheet here. I just click on plus, so you can see sheet 1. Let me hide this. You can see this is sheet 1. I can say I want to create another one. That is sheet 2. So a workbook is the Excel interface that is made up of worksheets. It's made up of one or more worksheets. So components of a worksheet. We have the ribbon. This whole place here, that I think on a norm would call it a dashboard. Somebody cannot see. Can you guys see my screen?
No.
No.
Yes, we can see.
Yes, we
Yes,
can.
I see the
So you can
screen.
see.
I feel they
Yes,
should
it's
refresh
Yes,
network.
the link.
Yes, we can see your screen. Yes, I can see the screen.
Okay. So I don't know. I think you need to restart. The person that cannot see my screen. Okay. So on a norm, I know we would call this dashboard, but it's not. Ideally, it's not called dashboard. This here, everything here, where you have these options, everything here is called an Excel ribbon. This is a ribbon. Everything here is ribbon, and each ribbon here is grouped into tabs. You understand? So everything here together is called a ribbon. You understand? But here, all these ones here, file, home, insert, draw, page layout, formulas, data, review, they are all tabs. So I can come here now, as to the file tab. It will take me to this part we entered before. That is the first thing you usually see when you open your Excel. We have the home tab. This is the home tab. In each tab, you have groups. So in this home tab, you have clear. Please take note of this. So it will come here an assignment. So if you don't understand the terminologies, you have an issue understanding. You have an issue answering it, and even working further with it. It's good that when somebody tells you, maybe you ask a question, which is, where can I find this option? Where can I find this particular option in Excel? Where can I do this? The person will tell you, the person who does not have to show you their Excel sheet. All the person needs to tell you is check the alignment group in home tab. So immediately the person tells you that, you should know what to do. You understand what I'm trying to say? So in the home tab here, we have the clipboard group. We have the font group, which is where you usually edit your text and the rest. So you can, in this part, you can change your text style. You have different style, the size.
I can't see the screen.
And you guys can, I think, are you sure you will not restart? But you guys can see, can you guys see Excel?
We can no longer
We can see your screen.
your screen. You just
Your
whoever
screen
is
is
not
not
seeing the
showing.
screen can just refresh the application, please.
I should
The screen
refresh
is
the
visible.
Click on
You can see your screen.
full screen. You will see.
because I'm sharing my entire screen now.
Yes, click on
People
full screen. You will see the screen. It's screen.
Can see it.
Hello, guys. Good evening.
Hello? Yeah. Good evening,
Yes.
sir.
Good evening. Yeah, this is Gospel. I think your screen is not showing any longer.
Okay. So
Yeah.
what
Good
do I
evening. Your screen is still visible, please. It's still visible. So I don't know.
I'm seeing it.
let me just I'll reshare. Okay. I'm trying to reshare. Apologies for that. Someone else shared her screen. Eduge Osai. Is it by, can you guys see my screen?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, you can see it
That's
now.
your screen now. Okay.
Other people they are sharing their screen.
So could that be what is affecting mine?
Yes. It's, we can see it now.
Okay. Okay, so what I was saying was, this whole place here, that's for people that were not seeing my screen. This whole place here, this dashboard here, this whole place here is called a ribbon. And in a ribbon, we have different tabs. So these ones at the top here, where you have home, you have insert, you have draw, you have a page layout, formulas, data, and so on. All those are tabs in the ribbon. So people call them ribbon tab. You understand? So, and in each tab, you have groups. This clipboard here, this place now, is a group. Font here, where you edit your text, this place here is a group. Alignment here is a group. Number is a group. Same thing for the other tabs. These tables here is a group. Chart is a group. So why it's good to understand this is, maybe sometimes you might not know where to find the particular the function you want to use, or the what you want to use to work. You are not sure of the place, or you've forgotten. You know it, or you've done it before. It happens a lot. You've done it before, but you've forgotten where it was. You understand? You've forgotten where you found it before, and then you ask a friend, please, where do I want to do this by Excel. How can I get it? Your friend can simply tell you, go to the data tab, check the data tools group. You will see what you are looking for. You understand me? It's very important you understand those terminologies. Basically, I can also say go to data tools group in data tab. So you can see this is data tab. This is data tools group. If you go to review tab, you won't see data tools group again. You understand? If you go to page layouts tab, you won't see data tools group again. These are the groups you will see in page layout tab. So I've explained that. I've told you the home. Excel, especially when you are using the updated version, most times when you just hover around it, usually shows you what each formula does. You understand? When you hover, you can see increases indent, move your content further away from the cell. Everything there has a description, so it has been simplified and easy for you. You don't have to stress yourself so much. Even if you don't know what to do, just start hovering around. It will tell you. You can see it's conditional formatting, early spots trends and patterns in your easily spot trends and patterns in your data using bars, colors, and icons, so you know what it does. Same thing with formatting, same thing with filter and the rest. So just hover around it. So most times this in the home tab, you have general tools that you use for editing your text, the alignment, the number format, then style, conditional formatting. We'll do this another time. Then for your cells and then editing your data, then this is just these are extra applications added by Microsoft that some usually most advanced top companies they usually their data analysts usually use this when they are directing their analysis. It may not be a regular data, it will not be a regular sales data. So we have the insert tab. Here we have pivot table tools. You understand? So in this insert tab usually contains how do I put this? It contains objects that you can insert, that you can bring in, from another location. You understand? So you can insert your charts, which are here. Then maybe you want to insert shapes. For example, you want to insert a rectangle. So you just click insert and then it will come. You understand? Insert illustration. For people using a modern Excel, it will not be like this in some older version. I think in some older version, you just see insert shapes. You understand? If you're using an older version, you can compare what you're using to what you are seeing now. You see that there are some things that you might see on my own that you will not see on yours. So I'll really advise you update your version. So that is that. Then for the draw part, these are where you see, I can see okay, difference clear. Yes, correct. Difference is very clear when you're using an updated version. So draw, you can have, you have your drawing tools. You can draw in Excel if you feel like. Then page layout, this is where you align your page, your margins, sheet. Then you can arrange what you need this side a lot when you are working with dashboards. When you are creating dashboards, you need this part, but you won't need it right now. So we have formulas. These are functions that we use in Excel. You have the function library. So here you have some and the rest, but everything is made easy for you. Like I said, just hover, just move your, you can move your mouse to it. Make you move your mouse. It will tell you what the element you are on. Can we use Google Sheet in place of Excel? Yes, you can, but it has its limitations. But you can, but there are limitations. So that is all. Then the data tab, my own favorite, because this is where most of the things you are doing with data analysis, most of the time, they are in the data tab. Everything here, you use it when you want to work with your data, you want to analyze your data. We might not go through everything here. We might not go through all the groups in the tabs. That is why personal research is also very good. In your own free time, when you have a data set, you can just hover around it, click on it, and try to see what this particular thing can do. That's another way of self-learning. So after the ribbon, we have the quick access toolbar, which is located here. This is the quick access toolbar. So this is just like in your phones, for example, you can in your mobile phones, your Android phones or iPhone, if you check the bottom of the phone, you will see that maybe you decided to place some applications there that whenever you go through your screen, whenever you move from another screen to the other, those particular applications, usually 5 or 3, they will be at the bottom. So I think usually the phone, the message, and maybe web, depending on what you want. So those things will remain there. That is what this quick access toolbar is like. So it's like a quick place for you to just go instead of you coming to this file here and clicking new. So you can just simply go to your quick access toolbar, put it there. You understand? This place here now is where you tick what you want. Right now, I didn't tick new there because I didn't want new there. But if I tick it like this, you can see it has appeared here. So if I want to open a new file, I can just come here and click it without having to go to file and then going to new, and you understand? So if I also want some other functions, some other things I want to do with my data, if I don't want to have to look for them in my ribbon, I can simply put them here on my quick access toolbar. You have the spelling, you can see then sorting. I think we saw sorting just now. Sorting and filtering. You can decide to just click it here. You can see it here, it's already here. It's ticked. You can see this good mark here. It's ticked. So that's why you're seeing it here. I can decide to untick it and then it will not appear there. So it's just, I want to untick everything from here. So it's things that you want to always easily see that you put on your quick access toolbar. I can stay without having every other thing, but the thing I always want to be there is my sorting, not even my sorting set, is undoing. You understand? To undo and to redo. So really very important. If you don't want to, if you click something, you type something that is wrong, that isn't what you wanted to type, you can just simply come here and then you undo. If you want to go back, go forward, you can simply redo. Does anybody have any confusion with this part? You can see the chat also. You can drop messages if you don't want to talk. Can't you as well press Ctrl N? Yes, you can use Ctrl N. You can use Ctrl N. Ctrl N is a shortcut. You can. It should work. You can. It's whichever is suitable for you. There are many ways to do things here in Excel. Okay, the version I'm using is 2021. That's the version I'm using. So now we're going to cells. So this place here now, you see where my cursor is a cell. This is a cell. This is a cell. This is a cell. You understand? So a cell is an intersection of rows and columns. This here now is a row. This here now is a column. You understand? Columns are labeled with A. This is a column. This is a column. This is a column. Columns are labeled with A to Z. I think it's more than that. You have X, Y, and the rest. There are so much. If you want to go right, there are very plenty. You can see it. It's a lot. It's a lot. So these are columns. Then these are rows. So whenever there's an intersection, that is where you have a cell. So just this like this is a cell. Then when you now say you want to copy a lot of them, you now have a range of cells. So we're going to the the name box. So the name box is here. This is the name box. Okay, you can see that immediately I hovered my mouse to it. You can see it brought it out for me and told me this is the name box. So it's very easy. It's stressless. Anything you don't know, just be moving your mouse. It will show you, to tell you. So this is a name box. A name box here tells you the name of the particular cell you are in. And you can see now it has told me C15. Why is it telling me C15? Let me zoom in. It's telling me C15 because can you guys see my screen? I zoomed in. Okay, it doesn't look zoomed. Okay, so it's telling me C15 because this is the column and this is the row. So C and 15, that is where they meet. So that is the name of this particular cell. So then here we have the formula bar, which is here. This is the formula bar. So the formula bar, this is where all the formulas you use. You know, like if you check if you remember what I mentioned earlier, you use Excel for calculations, you use Excel for analysis and the rest. So most of those calculations you will do. You can do addition, you can do subtraction, you can do division, you can write many things. Apart from that, you can also make conditional statements. So most of those things will appear here because you can see the cell is very small. There's so much a cell can display for you. When you just click on it, you even if you don't see, even if it has not yet, because when you double click, it will show you the formula, yes. But when you just click once, it might not show you the formula. It will only show you the item, that is the text that is there, or the data that is there. Maybe I wrote 10, 20 now, for example. So if I come here, I click once, it will show me 20. It will show me the formula. You understand? It is in this formula bar that I will see the formula. So for example, now I said this cell now, for example, is equals to 20 plus 10. Click equal to. So if I come here now, I've clicked 30. You can see the 30 is showing. I clicked only once. It's showing me 30, but it's not showing me how that 30 came to be. So you will see the process in the formula bar. You can see the formula bar is showing 20 plus 10. But here I clicked it's showing only 30. So that is the importance of always looking at the formula bar when you are working with your data. So we have the status bar. The status bar is this part. The status bar is this part here below. Here we have the names of the sheets in your workbook. Like I said, this now is like a book. Like when you have your normal notebooks you use in writing and doing what you want to do, you have your register and the rest. This here now is like a notebook, but we don't call it notebook in Excel. It is called a workbook. Then these are the sheets, so you can call them like pages in your notebook. You understand? So these are the sheets. You see this in your status bar. You see, you can see this is the first sheet. This is the sheet we are. The second sheet, the third sheet, those are the ones we created. I can as well delete. Let me just delete them. I can delete all those sheets. It's very easy. Just, or if you want to delete, okay, I didn't show you guys, let me just go. If you want to delete, you just right click and it will bring this out for you. Then you can click delete. Okay. Then in this status bar, you also have this cursor here that you're using, moving left and right, Use that cursor to move left and right in your Excel sheet. Then you have this one is this is your page view. You can determine how you want your page to be. If you want it to be divided or you want it to be the way it was before. I rarely use that, but some people might want to use that. Then you have your zoom section. So some people now might not use this. If you have a touch screen like I do, I can simply just touch my screen. You understand? You can see I'm not doing anything. I can simply just touch my screen and it will move. You get? But when you don't have a touch screen, you can use this zoom part to zoom in and make it bigger, or zoom out to make it smaller. There's another thing the status bar also does. Let me take it back to normal. The status bar also gives you a summary, like a brief summary of your data. Like if you have a set of data here and then you just select all of them, the status bar will also show you. Let me just show you what I mean. For example, so let me just make this one. Sorry. So the way I have 1, 2, 3, 4 here now. So if I come here now and I hold all of them like this, I select all of them. if you want to select, all you need to do is just double click and drag in the middle. That is, you hold it, you select, you left click, and then you drag it down. You select one cell, you left click, and you drag down. That is how you select. There are different ways to select. We'll come to that. So when you do that, if you notice something that happened in the status bar, can anybody tell me the change that happened there? What can you see in status bar that is different? If you cannot talk, you can
Count is 4.
Good. What else?
Average.
Okay, and some.
And so
All right, thank you.
Some, yeah.
So you guys are following. So that one tells you that the status bar gives you like a summary of a quick summary of what you've selected. So before you go and say you want to do is equals to sum of this, equals to average of this, you can just use your status bar first. It will give you a quick summary of what you have there. You get me? So we'll be going now to data entry into cells and the rest, data formatting. Okay, so for this one, I think I would need a volunteer for this. Who is going to volunteer? Just write I there and then I will pick. Okay, Emmanuel Uwayo. Okay, so Emmanuel Uwayo, what sector do you like? What do you like? Is it food? Is it cars? Is it furniture? What do you like, Emmanuel? What do you like the most? What do you like? Emmanuel, talk before I remove your name and put another person. Technology. Okay, that's cool. So we're going to assume now that Emmanuel Uwayo, let me leave it as it is. I won't change it so you guys can see well. So we're going to assume now that Emmanuel Uwayo has a technology company. So let me call it Emmanuel Uwayo's tech company. So Emmanuel, what do you sell every day? Let me say you sell okay, let's say phones. You sell laptops. Okay, smartwatch. Okay, nice. I need 5 items. Smartwatch. By the way, this is how you enter data into an Excel sheet. I'm coming. I would need to reshare my screen. I'm coming for some reasons. Okay. Can you guys still see my Excel sheet? Why I had to show you my full screen initially was because when I'm hovering on it, if I'm sharing only my if I'm sharing only one window, when I hover around it, you won't see the drop downs. That is those descriptions that you were seeing initially. You won't see it, but now that I've shown you that, you can actually see that I don't need to share my whole screen. Okay, so we have phones, laptops, smartwatches. What did you add again? Home, headphones.
iPad.
Okay, headphones. Then home assist bot. Wow, interesting. Headphones. Then home assist. No, I think we're good with 5. Let me move this here. Sorry. Okay, so I think I need to change the way my sheet is formatted. You can see the way is moving. Is it's not aligned. Let me see, just so that you guys can properly understand it well. Okay. Okay, but it didn't change. Let's leave it as it is then. Probably I'll work on it then later. Okay, so this is Emmanuel Uwayo's company. These are the items he sells. He sells phones, laptops, smartwatches, headphones, then home assist box. By the way, you can also adjust the size of your columns, like I have done right now. You can adjust the size of your columns, or you can decide to merge it to make it suitable. So these are the items he sells. If you want to, I'm coming. Okay. If you want to enter data into your Excel sheet, which is your cell, you just click it, double click, and then when you see that there's a blink, there's something is blinking there, you just type in what you want to type in. I believe that is very straightforward. So in Emmanuel's tech company, he sells different data. We're going to work with only 1 week. Let's say he sells different items. We're going to work with only 1 week. So Excel has the option to enter your data directly like this, one. Or you can also, if maybe, for example, you have a pattern, like let me say, I said, well, I've put 1 here, I've put 2 here. So this is a pattern. You understand? 1, 2 is a pattern. Or let me add another one just to make you understand clearly. 1, 2 is a pattern. So 1, 2, 3 is a pattern. And what is the pattern here? The pattern here is each of them is more than the other one by only 1. You understand? You can also have something like this: 200. You can have 300. Oh no, let me not make it 300. We can have 400. We can have 600. You understand? So when it's already a pattern like this, you don't need to continue writing 4. You continue writing 6. No, Excel has made life easy for you. You don't need to do that. All you need to do is to come to the beginning of the pattern. That is the first number there. If it's a number or it's a day of the week or whichever, you can come here. You just hold you click on the first one. You will hold your cursor, that is your mouse. You will left click on your mouse, or those of you that are using PCs, you can just double click it and hold it. Just leave your fingers there, and then you scroll down. So immediately you scroll down, it's like you have selected the patterns that you want. You understand? Then you will now move your cursor. Don't select anything again. No. You move your cursor slowly to the edge. You see this edge here that is black like this. You can see, I don't know if you guys can see. Let me zoom in so you guys can see it clearly. Maybe allow me. Let me use this. Okay. Yeah, I think this is good. Okay. So you can see here, you can see this, there's a black surface. Ordinarily, my cursor now, because I've selected something, you can see my cursor here now is white. Look at it on a norm. When I'm not selecting anything, you can see the cursor is white. You understand? But after I've selected it like this, it still remains white. But because I want to do something else, I want to use the pattern that is here. So I will just come to the edge here. You see, immediately I came to the edge. I'm not doing anything. Immediately I came to the edge, the color changed from white to black. So I can simply just drag it like this. You can see it populated 4 by itself. I can just drag it, it'll just be going 5. So I can drag it continuously, and it will be putting, because it knows that there's a pattern, and the pattern is, what is different between 1 and 2 is 1. What is difference between 2 and 3 is what? Is 1. So it's just be adding 1, 1, 1, and you just be going, and you can see the numbers here. So for this other number now, difference here now is what? Is 200. 400 minus 200 is 200. 600 minus 400 is 200. So there's a pattern, and Excel identifies that pattern. You can decide to select the 3 if you want. Sorry, you can decide to select the 3 if you want, and then you go to the edge, and then you drag it. You understand? It will populate it for you. If you don't want to do the 3, you can still decide, okay, as far as there is a pattern, you can decide, okay, you want to select only 2 of the numbers. So you can just select it like this, and then you come here, and then you drag. So you don't need to stretch yourself. It's just continue adding 200, and it will work. But in a situation where there is no pattern, that is, maybe it is just one number like this, 200, it has no pattern. When you go down and you go to that edge and you try to drag it, it will only duplicate that for you. It won't work on your pattern. Please take note of the difference. If you want it to work on the pattern, if you want it to populate, when I'm please, apologies for my language. When I say populate, I mean fill the cells. If you want it to fill the cells for you based on a particular criteria, you have to highlight the pattern. So when you highlight the pattern, you know, okay, this is the pattern. It will check, what is the pattern here? It will check, and then it will duplicate that same pattern for you here. But in a situation whereby there is no pattern, it will simply just duplicate only what you have selected. So that's that. Sorry. Okay, so we're working on Emmanuel's Tech Company. By the way, there are some shortcut keys you can use to make your life easier in Excel. We have the Control C, we have the Control Z, that is the Control Z, we have the Control X, the Control V. I think that one will be assignment. Thank you. Okay, so we're working with Emmanuel's Tech Company. So we want to let's say we want to work on the sales for Emmanuel's Tech Company for 1 week. For 1 week. I'm coming. Hold on. So okay, so we want to work on Emmanuel's sales for 1 week. So we can come here now, write Monday. My screen too small. I think it's small for you guys. Hold on. Okay, so you can come here now. We can write Monday, for example. If you want to write Tuesday here, it is your own decision if you want to enter it individually. But Monday is like a calendar. MON. Excel recognizes Monday. I know I said normal. Yeah, okay, already gone to. I know I said normal here. When it is a single one, it will populate, it will duplicate it. But when it's for a calendar like Monday is a day in the week. Excel will recognize it that is Monday. So the next thing after Monday is what? Tuesday. After Tuesday is what? Wednesday. So you can just drag it sideways. The way I mentioned before, that you take your cursor to the edge where you have that dark spot, and then you drag it right. So I want to populate it like this. You can see it. So help me to put Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday and Friday. So this is Emmanuel's shop sale. So let's say on Monday, Emmanuel sold phones worth of 3,000. Don't worry, Emmanuel, it's $3,000. So he said he sold phones worth 3,000. Let's say laptops 5,000. So we can populate it. I'm just going to fill it with random values, for example. So we can say here maybe 4,000, here maybe 3,500, here maybe 4,000 as well. You can say here 2,000, because there's no pattern now, so I don't have to use that normal field, but let me just work with it here so I can be far. Blank screen. What do you mean, Mr. Ibrahim? Doctors, you can go ahead and talk. Doctors, you raised your hand.
Oh, sorry,
Okay.
that was a mistake.
Fine. So I'm just going to fill in everything for the whole week for Mr. Emmanuel. What do I put here now? Let me just duplicate it here. So, okay, I know I said I will do it as an assignment, but if you want to copy something, you can just if you want to copy something, you can just select everything you want to copy, and then you click your Control C. Maybe you click on Control C, a dot will appear. You can see this stuff that is around it will appear. That's when you know that you have successfully copied something. If it doesn't appear, it means you were not successful. So you can come and you go anywhere you want to, and then you do your Control V. It's a shortcut. You understand? You can as well still hold it, and then you right click. And then you right click. So immediately right click, you bring out this option box for you, and you can click your copy. It's the same thing, but shortcut is always easier. You get me? So that is that. How do I feel this place? Let me feel here with 4, 5. So, and if you also don't want to drag it, for example, if maybe you have data at the side here, like I do, you can just come here and then you double click. When you double click on that dot, it will fill in the pattern from the beginning of where you click to the end of the data that is beside, because it will assume all these data are together. But whereby the data is just alone, you will need to drag it. You need to hold it and then move from bottom to. So what you can observe from here now is that this thing is not looking very nice. You understand? So you can come here now and say, okay, this Emmanuel's this thing. I want it to take this full Emmanuel's Tech Company. I want Emmanuel's Tech Company to be written from here, from the beginning here to the end. You understand? So most times to do that, you actually merge yourself. You use this merge. Merge is in the alignment group in the home tab. I think that one is very clear. If you were listening to me in the beginning, this is the home tab. This is the alignment group in the home tab. And then you have merge here. You can see it, merge and center. Some people's own will not be like that. Some people will just have merge there. If you have an older version, it will not be like this. It will probably just be written there for you, merge. So you can also work with that. An older version can do basic Excel calculations, addition, subtraction, and the rest, merge and all this text format. It can do it. But when you want to talk about advanced things, an older version cannot do it. So I need to emphasize the importance of updating your Excel. So all I need to do now to merge it, I will just go to the first cell where I want to start my merging from. The first cell, I will just go there and then I will hold shift. I'm holding shift. Okay, you might not know what shift is. So hold on, let me show you what shift looks like. So we can be on the same page. No shift here. Okay, there's no shift here. Shift is an arrow that is facing upward. So if you look at your keyboard, you will see control. Then you will see an arrow facing upward. Shift is the arrow that is on top. Control is at the leftmost part of your keyboard. So you hold your shift and then you start moving right. So I want Emmanuel to be all over here. And I've done that. You understand? So for me now, I cannot come here and I will not click. I will go to the home tab. Then I will go to alignment group. I will see merge. So I will just come here and click merge and center. Can you see it? It made Emmanuel's text to be all over. So all this initial division we had here is no longer there again. Everything has become one. So if I also want to make it bigger than it is here, I can still go to the top. I'm holding my shift as well, and I'm moving right, and I come down. I come here now, merge and center. So you can merge and center. Okay, so you can see Emmanuel Wayo's tech company is here. I can also say I don't like the way Emmanuel's if I don't like the way it's too upward, the way it is here. So I can simply go here, the same place, alignment. We use alignment when you want to edit the alignment. That is the way your data is being positioned. So I can come here and say I want it to be in the center. I can come here and I will click here. You can see it now. Now it looks more balanced. If I want it to be at the edge, I'll do this, but I don't want it to be at the edge. I want it to be at the center. It looks more balanced. So I can say now I want to paint that whole place. All I need to do is I'll come here to the font. I'll select it. Okay. I'll select it. Then I'll come here and I'll pick a color for that place. So I want to use this blue. So I've used blue for there. You can see here now, this Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and the rest. I don't like the way it looks. It's tilting to the left. So I can come here and just put it in the center. You can see it. So everything now is balanced. Everything now is even. So if maybe you don't like the way it's just grid lines that are appearing here, you can also still come here, select everything you want to select. Sorry. You can come here, select everything you want to select, and then you come to this place where you have the font. You can see here where you have the font, you come to this section here, the border. Yes, there's a Telegram, there's a WhatsApp group on Telegram, Mr. Peter. So you come into the border section and then you click all borders, and you can see here a border has appeared for every sorry. Let me hide this. A border has appeared for everything. So if you also want to delete as well, you can still select and delete. You can still select and delete from there. Then anything you want to, any analysis you want to make, you can make using this one. So I think for today we have covered practically everything I planned for today. We've covered practically everything I planned for today. In our next class, and the time is 9:44. In our next class, we'll be working with data validation, and we're working with some basic functions in Excel, where we have the sum, we have the divide, we have the multiplication and thereabouts, average, and the rest. So in the next class, we'll be working with some basic functions. We're working with some basic functions on Excel, and we'll work on data validation. Thank you, everyone, for listening. Thank you for joining, and do have a lovely day from here. Thank you.
Thank you very
Thank you
much,
very
ma'am.
much.
Thank you.
Thank you very much,
Thank you very
Mrs.
much.
Omose.
Thank you very much.
Please let's put our hands together for her.
Thank you
If
very
indeed
much.
you have enjoyed today's class, let's put our hands together for her. Okay, thank you, Mr. Omose. Very wonderful class. Actually enjoyed it. I enjoyed every bit of it. I learned new things too. Okay. Going to the charts now, you see. Okay. Going to the chart now, you'll see some links there. Our LinkedIn link is there. Our Instagram link is there. Twitter link is there. Our YouTube link is there. Okay, now I'll be more concerned about the YouTube link. you need to go and subscribe. We'll be posting classes there, your class video there. This class will be posted there tomorrow. So you need to go there, subscribe, and turn on the notification button for this class so you can get updates about when the videos are being dropped. We found the management have promised that this cohort, the videos will be dropped on time. So you can actually follow the class, go through it before the next class, practice, because we found out that a lot of people told us, thank you very much, Lucas. A lot of people have told us that, oh, they are just beginners with this and they need to practice. So we'll be sending it there. Please click on the link and subscribe. Okay, now the last link. It's the last link there. That's where your attendance link is. The last link, that is data analysis with MS Excel. Please click on it and go and fill your attendance form. That's how it is. That's how we take our attendance every day. You being in class is not enough. You need to fill your attendance. Please click on the last link that shows bit.ly data analysis with MS Excel. Go and fill your attendance. That validates that you are in class today. Thank you very much. Mr.
How are you? How was the class? I was unable to join. It seemed as if we had a lot of persons in the room. How was the class, guys? Hope it was wonderful.
Please, can you come again with the attendance, please? Sorry. Hello.
Oh, all right. So Arise, please, can you?
Okay. Sorry, there's a link now that I pasted now on the chat, which has data analysis with MS Excel. Click on it, go and fill the form. There's a form that is your attendance for each class. So for every day, we post the link. So please fill it. That validates your presence in class. And remember that we said that 100% attendance is needed for you to be able to obtain a certificate. So please, kindly go and fill it. Thank you very much. And yeah.
Okay. So Arise, please, can we stop the recording so that it doesn't take too long for those who want to watch online? So we'll do our possible best to ensure that the